They can do wonders with just one hair from your head. That is why even up to the day, the effect the ulama has mentioned of the hair and the head, that today people just cut their hair, and when they cut their hair by the barber, he disposes it where? It goes to the dump. And that hair being in a place of uncleanliness, or that nail being in a place of uncleanliness, has an effect on that human being. That human being now has migraine headaches. You get a headache every day, morning, evening, night. You do not realize it because you have done disrespect to the hair. Your hand and feet is hurting you morning, evening, night. You do not realize you have disrespected the nails in your feet. So jadoo is something that we have to be very careful with. It is something that the people they use. There are approximately 6 to 7 different forces in the country. 6 to 7 different forces that works with jadoo. And out of the 6 to 7 forces, only one know how to open it. So if I do use something, I do not know, the book says do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but to open it and release it, do F, G, A, J, I, K. But you do not know how to do F, G, you only know A, B, C. So 6 of them, 5 know A, B, C, how to do. They do not know how to release. And every method also is different. The method is different. You go by one Amir, he uses a different method. You go by another, he uses a different method. Now all of us, my dear respected Allahs and brothers, all of us here, we can learn from Hadith and Quran how to protect ourselves against the jinnat. So many there, in the millions, There is one for you in the masjid, you come out the masjid, there's another one there. While you are driving, there is one for you. When you enter your house, there's another one for you. Each one of them, their work is separate. You go to lime, you do not know where to lime, where to relax. You go in, especially in Trinidad, below the coconut trees, they are filled with jinns. They love the coconut trees. Not the ones in Mayaro, Maracas, the one at your houses. They love them. The places where they stay. You carry your child out in the night, the child is affected with a jinn. You carried him in the wrong place. So how is it we are going to control nazar? What are the requirements needed? What is the ilaj from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? How is it that we are going to control jinn? A jinn comes in a person. You can't take it out. You don't need to go to any big amel. You can take out that jinn. It is prescribed and the methods are there. Nazar come upon your family, you can take it out, the methods are there. However, jadoo, wo aapki bas ki baat nahi hai. Jadoo is something you can't do. If you try to do, you go upside down. Even for the amil, it is difficult. It is something we have to go to someone who can show us and direct us. So, my dear respected elders and brothers, we have the power of the jinns. There are so many of them. And the dawat also has to be given. 3 people dawat are given to. Because the 3 of them will be in the Jahannam, in the hellfire. One is the human being, isn't it so? We cannot have only concern for ourselves. In India, in Pakistan, even in America now, in England, in different places, there are people who are specialized in different fields. Example, the human being will be in Jahannam and Jannat, isn't it so? Yes or no? Jahannam will be filled with men. They will also be filled with jinns. Isn't it so? So we have to inform the jinns. This is why there are people. There are people who collect the jinns. They give them bayan. They send them out for gush. Just like, you know, the Tabligh brothers, we do gush. You go house to house to house and call everyone. They have a gush day, the jinns also. Even in Europe, in India, in Pakistan, in Saudi, they have a gush day that a day the jinn goes out. They invite them. One of the person, he is not a jinn, but he will be a human being. He gives them bayan. He tashkils them to embrace Islam. They embrace Islam. So effort is needed in the human being, in dawat. effort is needed towards the jinns and effort also towards the Yajuj and the Majuj, the Gog and the Magog. Because in Jahannam there will be Gog and Magog also. But that job, we don't have to do that job. That job was done already. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was going in Miraj, he passed by the Yajuj and Majuj and he gave them dawat. And when he was returning from Miraj, he passed by the Yajuj and Majuj and he gave them dawat. Now what are the conditions in front of us? Are all these problems? How is it we are going to deal with Nazar? How is it we are going to deal with these jinns? And how is it we are going to deal with Jadoo? This is something we have to learn. It is a sunnah. Jadoo is a sunnah. How is it? The Prophet ﷺ suffered from Jadoo. The Prophet, Jadoo was done on the Prophet ﷺ. So if someone did us Jadoo, we shouldn't complain. Today the first thing we go by an amil and said, who did me? Who did me? The first thing we want to know is who did me? And the first thing, jinns speak not 95%, 99.9% lies. You come by me and you will say, brother, my wife is sick. So I'll say, oh, she's sick. Yeah, she's getting pain in the belly. Oh God, everybody's getting pain in the belly. All right, they get this, they have this, they have this, they have that, right. No problem. And go back tomorrow. I will now send my jinn by your house. And your house, now your house has jinns. The jinn will say, all right, she was talking about a belly pain, she was talking about a foot pain, she was talking about a headache, she was a... You come back by me the next day, I say, oh, she has a belly pain, she has a foot pain, she has a... Wah, ye Allah wala hai. He's a buzruk, he's a Allah wala, he knows everything. Ilmu ghaib, he does not know nothing. We can learn how to deal with nazar. How to deal with the jinns, but we have to go to the proper people for Jadoo. Now, inshallah, we'll continue this topic. This is this part of it. It is how we are going to deal with it, inshallah, next week. Inshallah. So, we can continue, but I don't want to stop half of it and leave out the half. We'll touch the 3 points, inshallah, next week. We'll complete, inshallah. So, you request all the brothers, inshallah. Try your best, inshallah, to be here. It will be beneficial for us, inshallah. Wa akhira da'wa alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.